Hello and welcome to another night shift. My name is Yazil, and today we want to continue in our third part, which was the UMA builder, and we left off where we could change the hair color, the skin color, the eye color, the lower and upper color of the clothes, and today we want to add the standard function to add and remove slots um, to change, for example, the hair. With the Yuma comes, or in the Yuma package, there comes two hairstyles for the male, which is hair 1 and hair 2. And to add that, we at first need one of our lists. So let's go into our editor and let's see, where is that? It's helpers, editor, and in tools. Let's start with, not with the tools, let's start with the hair list and hair. So at first we want to have a list of hairs as a serializable class. So we're using the system and system collection generic and using, of course, Yazil. Let's see, we need that or for that. Okay, then since we want to make a list of list, I'll show you that in a sec. We're going to go into our arrays folder in our human hair, where it is there. And if you can see that, we got an element, and in the element we got a list. So the helper class is the second list in our list of hairs. Why we need their list is one hair could be out of more than one part. For example, ponytail or whatever could be combined to different hairstyles. That you can see if you have bought the hair out of the asset store. So back to our script. So we want to have in this hair class an UMA slot, which is out of the helper, and we want to have a string for a slot name, and we want to have a string for the overlay name. As you remember, we always, or most of the time, if we have something new, we need a slot to that, and so we need both. Next, we want to make the first list, and it's the public class hair from our hair, and in that there is a public UMA slot group. You don't need that in a moment, but I added it. You never know where you need that. And also the list of the hair class. So it's the hair parts. When we look there, hair parts. Okay. Then you need a second script. I called it hair list. And in the hair list, I just have a class of hair list. It depends on scriptable objects. And we go and have one serialized field in there. That's a public list of hairs, new list of hair. So after that, we go into our Yazil tools and make a new menu item. I called it Yazil create hair list. And as you all know, that's the standard function to make an asset. So it's nothing different from the other. It's just go these steps and you end up with a new scriptable object, which is in the assets folder under new hairless.asset. So we can go and make that real fast. I'll stop the script here, the play. And if we say create hair list, all the way down, I got a new hair list. If we go there, it's size of 0. If we go and make 1, it's an empty hair. Good. And for the next part, we need to have or extend our race list. And for that, we go into our script hair lists and no, in our list race, sorry. Race, I said. Oh, race. So race, and we extend that with public hair list. So next time we have this list, race list, we get an extra field here, which is a hair list. In a moment, you just add these hair list, not the other one. So the new hair list you just made, you just drop in here. Let's look on the hair list again. The parts you see here, we got the UMA slot. In this case, male hair 1 and male hair 2 are just overlays, and they are overlays for the head. So you have to pick the UMA slot head here. And if you have different hair, like stuff with a known slot, for example, this male hair 1 out of the asset store, you need to have a new UMA slot, which is hair, and the slot name and the overlay name. You all remember this list comes out of yconst. Let's pick there and go, it's this list. So since we have that, we have a database where our race is completed, and we got a hair list which has the overlays and slots in it. In the next, we go to our UMA builder, and that's another standard we already did a couple of times. We got a new public slider hair, and we got a new private variable hair number, and we just set it to 0 to be sure that there is a value. After that, we go in for, let's see, in the slider, and that's also standard we did a couple times. We set the slider hair to the option whole numbers, so there's just 1, 2, 3, and no floats. And we set the value to 0, and the min value is 0 also, and the max value we pick out of our race list, and the number is race name to number dot race dictionary my race gender, and then we get back a number. If you remember that right, that's coming from the yconst also. Let's go there and see a sec. It's from here, race name to number dictionary, and we just look which name is it, and we get a number back. And with that number, we have to make sure that we are in the range. And since we start here with 0 and the hair list count starts with 1, so if we have 1 or 2 items in it, then the list count is 2. But we start at 0, and 0 is 1 and 1 is 2, so we need to reduce that by 1. And then we going to say the hair number is an int of the slider hair dot value. So our hair number is for sure now the value here. After that, we're going to have in the update function, a new slider. It's here we are checking if the hair slider dot value is not equal to the hair number, then start a function remove the hair, so we are sure nothing old is left, and then we set the hair number to our slider value, and then we set the hair with the new hair number. So going for the remove. In the remove, we're going to have a for int is 0 to int to e is smaller than the race list, hair list, list number hair parts. It's a little bit confusing at the startup, but we're going there again in our hair list. So let's compare that. So you see, we're going into our hair list and going for the list number and going there in the list number. So we're going, for example, to element 0, and we're going then to our hair parts with the I number we had there. Oops. And there we look for the count, so we see if we have in this value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever. And as long or out of n the parts hair is builded, we just go here with the for all the way around. So if we have like 10 parts this hair is built from, we're going 10 times here through. And then we're going to see if at the hair parts I dot slot name, so here in the slot name, if there is something in. If there if there's something in, so it's not empty, then we're going to remove the slot and just going for the slot number, and then we're done with that. So so if we, or since we if there is a value in the slot name, we are here and remove the slot, and if we remove the slot, we don't care if there is something in the overlay string, because if the slot is removed, the overlay is gone also. So we only want to go here in the else path if there is nothing in, and then we're going into the race list and look if the overlay name is oh, there's an arrow, has to be this. If the overlay name is not empty, if it's empty, we don't do anything, or we don't do anything in the building. So if it's not empty, we're going to remove the overlay, and that's also the slot we check out here, and then we go into the race list, race, hair number, hair parts, I, and there the overlay name, which is this part here. So after that, we have an UMA data dirty mesh and a dirty shape and a dirty texture. So we have to set that to true, and then we have to tell the UMA data we are dirty and it has to build a new. So it's a little bit confusing with all the parts here, but I'm sure once you do it once, you get it. And so in the slider, next part was we have an hair number to, or we set the hair number to the slider hair value, and then we're going to set the hair. And to set the hair is really equal or nearly equal to the race list delete or the remove hair. We just scroll around here again, and then we check if the slot name is empty or not. If it's not empty, we add the slot. And the next is if the overlay name is empty, then we do nothing. If it's not empty, we just add the overlay with a color. And the color we just take out of the hair color number and also from our race list. So what I did next was, if we want to set a hair color, I just removed the hair and set the hair new, because anything else we would have to see in our list, if it's in or where we are on our list, and check everything, and it's just easier to remove the hair and set the hair. And this line here, if you have in our slot list on the race list and like eyebrows or something else set with the value hair, it also changes the color over the old function we already have or used in the eye color number. So I would guess we do the same now live for the beard, and that's quite easy. We use the same hair list, so we just have to go to our race and add I added 2 for the beard color and the beard list. So you're going to add that, and then you go ahead in our race list and add these stuff in there. So we go and have these beard list in there and the beard color, which is where I don't see it. There it is, and add that there also. So after that, we already set up for our UMA builder. In our UMA builder, we go and we open that and add public sliders. And also we add the private in for the beard number and the beard color. And then we have to copy these two. And here in this slider beard color dot value beard color number, and here and of course here also. And we don't want to use the remove hair, we want to remove beard and set beard. And we're going to have here the not the hair color number, the beard color number. Dot. We don't have that, so we have to make a new one. So we go into the y const and going for there, comma beard is equal to 7 and save. Going back to the UMA builder and saying dot beard, and next is the slider for changing the beard itself. beard, bird, beard. So it's a little bit beard. So first let's go and copy the remove beard or the remove hair string copy. Oh, let's just copy both. It's easier. String copy, string. So, and we're going to have the set beard. So, and now we have to go in and check for these values. So it's not hair. Oh, it's beard number on, and then it's now of course not the hair list, it's the beard list. And so yeah, it's and here also beard list, oops, capital B, beard. So, and then here also and here could have copy and pasted that, yeah. Nope, that's not. That goes to beard color number and beard color list. So then set the mesh shape and texture dirty, and then remove, not hair, remove beard. And copy there the parts. So you went to in the right database or right scriptable object. So we got that, and after that we just have to initialize our two sliders. String copy, string v, string a. Yep, won't work. So beard color. So that's beard list. color list, of course. And slider, beard. Something wrong there. Oh, it's just beard color, of course. Okay, that's all for the UMA builder. So we saved that. Everything else we just have to do in Unity. We go and go into the builder, going for our player, and we set here, of course, our new lists. So go there, so it's the beard list. Oh no, it's the slider, of course. Stupid me. Canvas, there. Slider beard style and slider color. So that's better. Okay, then we have to go in our arrays lists. And if you not already have, you have to add them here. Then we go into our scriptable objects. And in the moment here in the beard there's nothing in, and in the beard color are we just going for what do we have there? Oh, we have just a hair color in there. Okay, that's no big deal. We can make a new hair list anytime we want. So let's go for the bear. And since we have two, we're going to make two. And that's both just one. And there's the UMA slot beard. Let's see if that's true. We're going for the male beard as an overlay, so we need three of them. So we got three different kinds. We just close that up and go in the inspector and going for male beard 1, string copy, string v. Oh, it's just not zero true. Oops. String copy, string v. Let's guess this is just 3, okay. So let's see in the slots. Slots, male. We just don't have anything, so my best guess is that's just head. So we're going for not there. We're going for there and click the head, head, and head. So if you got something with a slot on it, you just use this different pair. And next we have to make sure that the beards are on our UMA overlay library. So we just add them here. So I'm not sure if I had them already, so I remove duplicated. Okay, it's gone. And let's start the game. Oh no, that was not right. We just stopped there. We're going for login. Yeah, we save that. Going to start and make a new one. Say add user. And let's see, our male is still working, hair is still working, and now we go for our beard. Here, there it is, going to face. There's our beard style. And the color is working. Yeah, it is. Well, nice green. So, that's the standard you do for going and add slots and stuff in the UMA when he's already there. Next, of course, you can go for the hats. So we have here in the UMA different kinds of hats. So one is the old one is the new one. So you can change the face here, and you can change everything. Just remove the slot and add the slot. If you want to do that, you have to be sure that the basic you build the UMA out of. So if you want to change the head here in your head list, or you can use the hair lists, which is the same for the building. That's the first item. The same item is which you build the UMA out of. So if it got deleted, it will be right replaced. So if you like that, as always, leave a like, and if you like it even more, push the subscribe button. It would be very nice. I would love it. And so, until the next time, happy night shift.